Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. What is actually going on? Pre-construction, all these developers are going bankrupt. How many projects are on hold? What does it actually mean to our economy? What does it mean to you? What does it mean to real estate sales as we speak? So we all know that interest rates are feathering down slowly. But in 2024 and 2025, there's a huge amount of renewal in mortgages. How many? So let's find all of that out. I have a couple of slides on my screen here. I will share it with you and let's dive into the data together. So as you can see here, 60 condo projects, as I have mentioned, are on hold since 2022, which translates to over 21,000 units. So this is massive, right? So one of the reasons why they're not moving forward with these projects is cost of borrowing money. It costs them a lot of money. So now having that in perspective, adding on the per square foot basis, right? Because they have to add those costs to the finished project, right? To the consumer. And then the buyers are obviously saying no because it's costing them a lot of money to ride on these projects together with the developers and the builders, right? So, and then the other potential is them going under, right? Because so many developers in Toronto GTA went under. But let's continue here. So, but what does this translate to money, like to the economy? So it says here the cost of not doing business, billions lost as new condo projects shelved in GTA. According to the Building Industry and Land Development Association, every 1,000 new condo units that are canceled erases 400 million in potential economic activity in the GTA. So it's not only the development, right? Like there's other associated trades that also make money as these projects are being developed, right? So that's a huge concern. And we're just saying 1,000 units translates to 400 million. So times that by 21 times, right? So it's in billions of dollars, right? That is being shelved as we speak in Toronto GTA. So then moving forward, I mean, like this is an interesting slide here, and we can see that some of these projects are still moving forward. An example here is the Clove, which is done by Mattamy Homes in Etobicoke. Beautiful project. They're estimating this to be 16-year huge development project and all of that stuff. But looking at all this stuff, this particular tower will consist of 606 units, and the estimated occupancy will be 2028. Now, we don't have pricing at this point, but we'll have 33 floors as per estimation, and there are no prices at this point. Now, some of these other projects, like in Hamilton, starting at 436,000, Toronto at 550. This is in Mississauga. This condominium is in Burlington, coming soon. Latch Developments. We don't know if they're gonna go ahead with it or not. But at this point, like they're claiming that they will start at $500,000. It'll be an Appleby. So units will start at 488 square feet to 664. Now getting back to you. I mean, are you really interested in buying these units at 488 square feet? I mean, like maybe if you're an investor and if mathematically it makes sense, which I would like to get into in my next slides, that it did not make sense in the previous few years. Mathematically did not make sense because these investors were losing money. But let's go back to do a slide. So there's a bunch of these projects that they're completing 2028, and there's completions in 2027 and 2026, which brings me to another point. How many, by estimate, how many units will be completed in the years to come? I mean, like what does this look like? So the average Toronto condo rent, and we're taking a big elephant in the room here, right? So the most expensive, the biggest elephant is Toronto, Toronto downtown, right? So the studio is renting for $2,000, one bedroom condo to $2,400 on average, two bedroom at $3,100, and three bedroom at $3,900. As you can see, uh, it's trending downwards, which is a little bit concerning, right? Like nothing is trending downwards except the rent. So what does that mean? So it means that there's a lot more to choose from and it's getting tighter. So some of these investors are being squeezed because out of pocket, on average is like $500 to $600 on average they have to pay out of pocket. So if their condo is vacant, they're losing on top of that, they're losing, between $2,000 to $4,000 a month. So it's a lot to swallow in some of these cases, right? But this is the slide. This is the slide I really wanted to talk about, and I really want to analyze this because it is nuts, right? Like if we go here in 2021, and we know 2021 was the trophy year, was crazy, beautiful, right? 2022, again, it started like we started the dips in March 2022, but the Q1 was amazing. 2020 again. So and check this out, like, if we analyze 2019, okay, so these probably condos were sold in 2016, so we always go to 3 years back. So if we go back to 2021, which is a trophy year, okay, and then we go back, 2018, 2019, this is where these condos were actually sold, and then 15,000 units took occupancy. We didn't even feel it. It was a breeze. It was beautiful. Every time you would have either an assignment or a resale or a lease, like some kind of a lease listing, it would go within days, weeks. We were struggling in 2021. Like I remember having, five, six different offers with tenants, and landlords were squeezing them, like they wanted so much information, which is fine. Like you have to kind of investigate on your tenants and all of that stuff because you want to try to protect yourself as much as you possibly can, I guess. But it was moving. Like even these 15,000 units, we didn't even feel. The following year, another 15,000 units. A little bit of struggle, but not that much. Now we go into 2023, and then we saw close to 20,000 units hit the market. And at that point, you could really kind of feel it because interest rates were high. The demand for rental was not as high. The resale was not moving at all. And what happened to the graphs? Everything started going in this direction, right? The inventory, like we have like nearly a year of inventory, of condo inventory in Toronto, like over 9 months of inventory. Just to clear that out, it's insane. But moving to the next year, it's 2024. So check this out. Almost 30,000 units. 30,000 units. And then we have the previous, 20,000 that we could not get rid of. So you get it? Like the compound effect now. So, but it's not finishing yet because we're still in 2024. And some of these units and some are delayed, like some need time to get transferred to the titles, and bankruptcies left, right, and center, and then all kinds of stuff is happening as we speak. But now we get into 2025, and 2025 is very interesting. So let's check it out. In 2025, it is estimated that we will have over 40 or close to 40,000 units that will take ownership. You get it? Okay, so now we have 40,000 that are waiting to get their titles from their new buyers that bought these units in the peak. They bought these units in 2020, 2021, and the early 2022. And now these guys will take occupancy in 2025, 40,000. 2024, we could not even unload half. We could not even unload a quarter of that. So what's going to happen? So two things are going to happen. Either we're going to see the 2024 inventory trickle down into 2025 inventory, which will welcome who knows how many thousands of new units. And then if you would like to lease out these units or rent out these units, guess what's going to happen? You'll be flooded. Any building that you knock today, like you will have more than one, than 5, than 20 identical units in the same tower for sale. So now how are you being more superior? Yes, floor height, view, some upgrades, but it's the price. So the price has to be adjusted accordingly. So most of the time, when I speak to sellers today, like with these either assignments or they just took these condos and they might have a tenant or not, or whatever the case is, but they say, no, 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 it will recover. We know it, we feel it. How do you feel it? Like I'm showing you the graph. 2025, we will have another 40,000 units. And it's not going to stop because in 2026, we'll add nearly 35,000 more units. And then 2027, it'll finally drop to 15,000. If we can offload 2024, 2025, and 2026, we're talking 100,000 units at this point. I'm not even mentioning 2023 and 2022 that we did not even sell yet. Okay, so that's over 100,000 units will flood the market. So it's definitely, in my eyes, it is concerning. And if you're able to hold on, and you have to do your own math, how you will do that. Like you have to do your own calculations. But what I see here is going to be a lot of choice. Having said that, there's other developers are knocking on doors and they're willing to build these towers all over the place, all over GTA. And they're pricing them according to whatever they think it's right. So I don't know how these pre-construction developers will push these units. So it's very interesting, but let's see if the market will kind of hold on. So let's move to the next slide. And this one is definitely interesting. And why I put this slide after the completion slide, condo completion slide, it's exactly this. So a considerable chunk of Canadian borrowers stand to be impacted. Recent data from Mortgage Professionals Canada finds that 23% of all Canadians will be renewing their mortgage within the next year, to increase to 50% within 2 years. In terms of dollar, about 251 billion of mortgages will come up for renewal in 2024, followed by another 352 billion in 2025. Okay, let's sink this in for a second. So in 2024, in 2025, we have how many, let me do that's over 700 billion of Canadian mortgages will renew in these 2 years. And then you have the highest completion scheduled condos ever in Toronto GTA in the same year, 2024 and 2025. So I have no idea how this will work. Like, I mean, what I can see right here, I think the condo market is gonna tank. Straight up. It will tank. to what extent, like I have no idea. Whoever is buying condos today, pre-con investors, whoever, however you're naming them, they want a deal. They don't want to buy just a condo. They want to buy a deal condo, and they would want to live there. Like that's the number two. Like it's not like, oh, we have a project. No, they are specifically looking for a tower, a community, a location because they want to be there and they want a price. And why they want a price? Because they have 20, 30, 40, 100 of them to choose from in the same tower. So I don't know about you, but I think that these numbers are definitely concerning. And yes, things will move, but at what cost? At what price? So, like I see some of these videos and then I see like, the recovery. Oh, we will recover and the interest rates are feathering and yes, and they're decreasing here and we might have a decrease of, 50 basis points and all of that. Fine, but why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Like I believe that they're trying to help with this impact, with this hit, right? So it'll be an impact. Whether it's going to be another 10% or another 40%, I guess it will depend, right? But I don't think that the rest of the population and the investors and the people out there are comfortable at this point. Nobody's moving easy anymore. Businesses are not moving easy anymore. Nothing is moving. Everything is tightening. Like money is hard to come by nowadays. Like it's very simple. So economy is shrinking. We saw in an example from the previous slides that 1,000 units, it's 400 million in economy, right? Translated into economy. So definitely concerning. So we're losing billions in the economy. We're adding these. So who knows what's going to happen? The date, like mortgage rates, insane. So let's go into this slide. So this is the Ontario housing market report. And we can see that basically all of the graphs and this is May 2024, as you can see here, all of them are kind of heading in the south direction from Toronto, Ottawa, Hamilton, Mississauga, Brampton, and London, right? So let me see if I can, this is the London. Oh, look at London. London is an average 629. So if we just move back a little bit, like look at these prices, like London got hit a lot. Okay, fine. London is not really. So red, what's red? Red is Toronto. Look at Toronto here. Like in January 2024, the average price was under $1 million. It picked up. Why did it pick up? Because the interest rates started to be lowered. So we saw that impact in the beginning. But then again, we see this slide going downwards, right, towards $1 million. What does this show? It shows that they have to continue to decrease these interest rates in order to put the affordability on table, and we can start moving some of these listings and all of that stuff in order to provide these buyers the room to actually purchase some of these properties. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you got a perspective of what's going on. Like this video was basically that, getting the perspective of what's going on. And obviously it means a lot when you comment, because it shows me that one, you're watching, the second, you might have a different opinion, or you might have the same opinion, or you might be in a situation that you would like to share with us, so we can actually tap and see if we're on the right path here. So please like, share, and comment, and see you all next time.